Hello folks and welcome back to Mindustry. In our last episode, we went through and took care of section 226, which I'm sorry for all of those who experienced pain in watching that. I'll go over what I mean by that in just a few moments. Let's take a look here. We have an eradication base and then we have another eradication base. I don't know what those mean really, so I'm going to go back into our currently existing one and see if there's anything we can clean up and just kind of make better, because this is an absolutely massive area and it's mine right now. You can see the results of what we had before. I'm going to have to clean up this area over here. There's just too much stuff going on. We can also kind of chill on some of the production for the good guys because we've won. Beyond that, let's talk about the things that were painful. Number one, thank you for all the messages for the letter B for shortcuts. For whatever reason, my brain would not remember that, and I had all this destroyed stuff. All I had to do was hit B, and I would have been good, but I did not do that because I did not hit that. So that's my bad. I need to make sure I don't do a better job of that in the near future here. We have an air factory that we're going to switch over to monos, which should be good. And then this air factory, we're also going to switch over to monos because we have enough air that we can do stuff with. And I'm not going to worry about the ground guys here just yet. Taking a look around this place, we have lots of stuff to help us out with various different things. But before I dive into all that, let's go back to our planet map here and go over to another thing here. This is one that we captured previously, and we have to wait for these to take off before they do anything. So that's good information. You have to wait for the stuff to kind of actually want to launch out of there before it can actually, help you and do things. What is going on here? Oh, wow. That's a lot of graphite that we don't need right there. Look at it. It goes all the way back here because we're sending all of our graphite out right now, which I think I just want to turn that off. Nope. Let's just send phase fabric, okay? Because we don't have any in this spot, so I can kind of shut that off by supplying it with things that we don't have. Because I need this to grow up a little bit more to get some more resources for this particular area. But let's go back over here. It looks like most of that stuff took off. We're going to go back in here. I think I'm going to get rid of most of their stuff. I know that I can reuse it for various things, but I don't really need to. And what I really want to do is build this area for future expansion so that we have more stuff we can do here. So, let's see. Oh, we're waiting on lead for this one. And this one, I want to switch that over to the mono as well, just to kind of make sure we can do all of the things that I want to do with these. But that is essentially shuts that one down. And then this one's essentially shut down as well. Now that one went off somewhere. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's fixing stuff. Look at that. Ooh, yay. All right, let's go in here. We're going to get rid of all of this stuff that we don't need. We'll leave those guys there, but the rest of this we don't need. Let me come down here and hopefully this guy's going to help us out. There we go. And I'm just hoping we can grab some resources from this stuff. You can see we have 4 phase fabric, which we didn't have any before, so that's good. And all I want to do is go through and deconstruct all of their stuff. And maybe just set up some basic beltways to get other things established here. There's plenty of sand, there's plenty of coal, and judging by all the comments that were left by you fine folks, silicon's really what kind of rules this game at the end of the day. So we're going to need lots of silicon to be able to do the next things that we want to do, which is hopefully take on a few more sectors, get some more eradication bases out of the way, and hopefully win the game here. But in order to do that, we're really going to need some really solid silicon factories, and hopefully you can see there's just deposits everywhere of this stuff. Like, we should be able to knock out all of this stuff with relative ease. So oh, they do follow me. Okay. Sort of. They sort of listen to me and sort of don't. It's kind of entertaining. Alright, so what do they have here? When I go to commands, rebuild assist player. Let's just go to assist player, and you guys can all undo the same things I'm undoing here. Now, while we're going to go through here, I think this is going to be a much shorter episode than normal. Usually we run, like, what, an hour and a half as far as a whole stream goes here, getting things taken care of. I don't think that's going to happen today because I kind of want to just capture my ideas, and then after that we can go through and actually execute them, because hopefully there's not going to be any bad guys coming in here. But as we take a look here, you can see that there's not like, there's lots of deposits of stuff, but there's not like heavy deposits of things in particular. Like we have a good amount of thorium in this world. We have a good amount of lead. We'll set up sand and all that stuff, and we have water relatively close that we can get most of what we need here pretty easily. But I'm just kind of trying to figure out the best ways to go through and make this world better. And it looks like we have a problem up here with this, so I can leave you guys to go through and rebuild. And you guys can all take care of that stuff, hopefully. Let's see, where are they going? They're rebuilding all of our old points here. So they're going to go through and do that, and hopefully they'll be able to take care of themselves doing that. I just want to correct this one problem right here, which should help speed up our production of all of that. This place also should, I think, provide us lots of options with other things that we need to produce, like surge and what's the other one? I forget. But we have plenty of time to make all of those things. We have a nice big area. This is a huge map that we should be able to make lots of factory stuff out of. But if you take a look here, we're recovering tons of phase. Like, phase takes a long time to make. It's very expensive. It's very complicated to make as far as all of the steps of the process that you need to have. Whereas right now, if we're just deconstructing their phase walls, we're making it, we're generating it far more quickly than we could through factories. So there is an advantage to going through and just kind of getting rid of some of the things that we don't need here. So we're just going to continue to go through and deconstruct everything that we possibly can here. And I'm just going to set up shop here and get rid of all of this stuff and hope that we can kind of move forward. But we're almost up to 1,000 phase. And what I'll eventually do here is when we get back to the core, I'll set up some containers so we can store even more stuff. Because you can see we're starting to max out on some of these items that we have. So I want to make sure that we have all of the things that we possibly would need. And with phase, we're going to build some of the RTT generators because we're missing them and we need them. And I'd like to play with them. And yeah, it's not going to be too crazy of a setup here. I just want to make sure that I'm set for the next phase of the game, which seems like it's going to be fighting lots of enemy bases. Now, for those of you who have played this game far more than I have and have beat the game and enjoyed all the different parts of that. Is that oil? Look at that. Oh no, that's sand. Okay, sorry. I thought that was oil. I was really excited there for a second. What should I do next? So sorry, jumping around there. For those of you who played the game, know what's going on, or have a better idea of what's going on for me, what should I do next? Should I go in and should I focus on name sectors? Because I think there's 4 left, maybe 3, I'm not sure. But from the comments I remember there being 3 or 4 left, and after that it's kind of like you've won and you can just kind of go through and do all the sectors if you want to. Or do I protect all the places that I currently have and just kind of go in and like I have 2 eradication bases that are touching sectors that I have right now. So do I go through and knock them out and take care of that or not? That's kind of where I'm kind of not sure what I want to do here, because depending on the answer to that question or how I choose to go about it, it could make this a lot longer, it could make it a lot shorter, because I mean, in theory you can go through and capture every sector. I don't think there's a reason to do that. From what I've seen and what I've had you find folks suggest to me, there doesn't really seem to be a need for that. Most of the sectors are kind of auto-generated. There's not like a human hand put into them. They just kind of pop up. But on all of the name sectors, there is a human hand put into it, and there's some love and care put into the design and reasons for why they are built the way they are. So I'm just a little interested to see, for those of you who have played this game, again, much more than I have and have significantly more expertise, where do you lay? What are your thoughts on that? 'Cause I'm interested to hear that idea. Alright, so we're just going through. If you take a look at our phase, we're already over 2,000 phase, which is probably more than we've built in other sectors in a long time. So we got those. Let's go through and just knock out the rest of this stuff. This is a really nice spot for that foreshadow. And you can see they're repairing that guy as we're doing this. Just to make sure he's nice and safe, which is kind of fun. And then, oh, we still have this little area down here, which is dumb. But just flashing back here, things that I would have done differently. I would have respected their firepower around here a lot more. They had some really long-range weapons that can do some significant damage to incoming forces without really batting an eye on anything. Like, they can really knock out all of the things I had very, very easily. So I need to respect what their firepower is a whole bunch more, because I didn't really respect it all that much, and it extended the game, I think, a lot longer than it needed to go. I also want to be a little bit more conscious of the choices I'm making as far as the units I'm building and the reasons for that. So for all of you who told me to build monos, thank you. You can see that they're assisting me now, and this would take significantly longer if it was just myself. So that's one thing I'm really thankful of, is that we have all these monos that we can go through and do things with, and I can get them set up quickly and easily. I would take advantage of the launch pads better because, again, you need to go to the place, you need to watch it launch, and then you're good. But if you don't see that happen, the game kind of seems to be a little amiss. It doesn't seem to want to really respond to that idea, which is fine. But I just need to make sure I take that into account for down the road here as we continue our Mindustry conquest here and see what's going on. All right. So I have all of that completely done. We're still popping out some units here, but for the most part, we're completely done. We have everything here designed, built, ready to go. The question becomes, what do we want to do? So silicon is the clear winner here, and I think what's going to happen, I have to look at my power situation, which we're doing fine. What I want to do is I want to set up a silicon factory using the silicon crucible, which requires sand, pyrite, and coal. So we need to set up a pyrite factory first. So our pyrite mixer requires coal, lead, and sand. These are always kind of funny to me that they require so much stuff. And I'm looking for a better design on these. Usually I build like 2 of them and just kind of hope that they will supply enough for everything. And I don't know if that's the case or not here. So maybe somebody gives me an indication of what the best layout for these things is and how to best apply them. So I'm going to do that one there. And that one's going to come in there. And I guess we'll need a little router. And we'll feed that over into there. Okay, so we have that. We need to have lead, which we're going to use our laser drill. Oh, I have to check. Somebody mentioned the air blast drill, which I still don't have because I need to. I'm assuming after laser drill, it's going there. That's just my assumption. But I need to do nuclear production complex to do that. Do I upgrade these guys here? I can afford all of these, I think. Maybe not at the same time, but I can afford a lot of these things. And if we take a look, Quasar is what we kind of built everything out of, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. So we can go to the next one, which is Vela. And yeah, that looks super cool. They're just so expensive. Like, look at the build cost. 650 plastium, 750 titanium, 850 silicon. Those are numbers I am not prepared to deal with yet. So I'm just going to kind of ignore that for now. We will get back to that at some point in the near future. But for right now, that is not something I am prepared to deal with. All right, so we'll do that. And then we'll do that. And then we just need to have lead come in, which we'll get our lead from, nope, this guy right here. I know I'm not optimizing all these. I'm not super worried about it. If we need to really worry about optimizing, we can. But again, I'm not super worried about that quite yet. All right, and then we'll throw a junction right there. All right, my teammates should be coming. Here they come. Look at them. They're so wonderful. Such a nice group of little sister robots to take care of us, to help us out, help us make all the things right. And they have no power. Oh, because they're just hooked up to that. There we go. Okay. So now we should have all of that stuff coming on board here. There's a few things I missed that I just want to adjust for real fast. And then we will put that going that way. Okay. So that's all well and good. I'm happy with that. We can use the coal over here, or we can just steal some of this coal, which I think is what I'm going to do. And then we need to get some sand as well. So do our laser drills. 1, 2, 3 seems to be more than enough. I know there's water there. I know lots of people complain about my use of water extractors when there's water sources very close, but I just don't care that much. We're not hurting all that badly for things, so not going to worry about it for now. And then we need to go over here to manufacturing and get our silicon crucibles set up. I'm going to think 2 of those is going to be enough, so put 1, 2, and that requires, what do we need to have going in there? We have sand, pyrite, and coal. All right, so it's 3 wide, so that makes things a little easier. 1, 2, 3. We'll add junctions 1, 2, 3. From there, 1, 2. We'll add our junctions on. I don't know if we need junctions all the way through this part, but we're going to add them regardless. And then the final row of our stuff here. There we go. Okay, yeah, we definitely didn't need that to take place. And we don't even need this one, do we? Well, I guess we do. Yeah, we do. Because otherwise it's going to flow through here and then down. Okay. So, see, I'm getting there, folks. It's not pretty, but it's getting there slowly but surely. All right, so this one will be there. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then we'll have that one. Now, I don't know how much pyrite this stuff uses up, because these take a long time to produce. And they are loading up, so it's gonna use up that pyrite real fast. Although we're not actually producing any power or doing anything with that, so I'm gonna let that build up a little bit first. All right. After that, we need to get up somewhere over here. Oh my god, it's a mess. All right, let me go over here. Find do we want a vault or a container? I think a vault. Okay, so I can throw that there. All right, I guess we're gonna have to go containers. So we have the space to throw some of these things. All right. Okay. So we have that. Now I need to figure out how to get this to there. Alright, so at least we have this right here that we can do. Alright, so I'm happy about that. Beyond that, we can take this and go over there like so. Alright, we need a junction here. And we need a junction there. Shouldn't affect anything, but I think if I'm remembering things correctly, and please remind me if I'm not, I can kind of cheat the system here. And if I use a junction junction, junction. It should just spit out any of the extra to the side there. Okay. I think I did that right. So we'll find out in a second. Oh, goodness. All right, let's see. How do I want to best do this? This is going to be a hot mess. I apologize. Oh, no. I don't want to go next to that. Okay. Okay. So can I... I'm going to do something stupid like that. And then maybe, just maybe, this will all work. Alright, so let's fire up our sources here. There we go. And it looks like we're going to be filling up the titanium belt. Let's follow it as it goes and snakes through all this. So this should be fine here. There we go. We got that output. I guess it wouldn't be a big deal if it outputted on there. It's already a silicon belt, but we'll see if it stays. Looks like it's staying in the family over there. Okay, cool. So that's good, I think. We have all that. Awesome. Okay. So I'm happy with that. Our silicon production now should be going through the roof. Doesn't really help us because we don't have any launch pads on this. So maybe I'll put an unloader here and have it sort down somewhere over here. But we don't have any place for it to go right now. So I'm not going to worry about that. You can see like over half of our core basically is taken up by just these guys going out of the way. Then we have our production ready to roll a little farther up. All right. So we have that. I should probably put up more in the way of graphite presses. Maybe we can put another one here. So let me go over to schematics and grab that one. And we'll put that there. And let's just see if we can get a little bit more production going out of these guys. I didn't realize how much silicon. We have 3 here and another 3 down here. So we really wanted to max those bad boys out. These don't seem to be slowing down too much, and I'm okay with that. Otherwise, factory-wise, like if we want a phase fabric, that requires thorium and sand. Oh, we can do that. We have thorium and sand for days. So we can most definitely take advantage of that area here. Look, there's a spot right here for us to do just so. Okay, let's make 3 of these. Crew, where are you at? There they are. They're coming. So 1, 2, and 3. You ready? I'm just going to make people angry right now. That's... I'm sorry. It's just fun. All right, so we'll do that. We will get this going straight there. We'll have to put a splitter on that. So we'll split that off of there, and we'll bring that down and go straight into there. As far as these are concerned, we can just use that and go straight in. All right, that looks good. And then we need to have our laser drills for this setup. And they're going to come down and go in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And real quick, for those of you who've played this game, I'm sorry I ask you for so much help, and I really do appreciate it. But is this like a legit setup for how to do stuff? Am I just like totally just totally ruining how this game's supposed to be played by doing it this way? Or is this like a legit method for how you should approach some of these problems? I just don't know. And I would like to. Alright, so we have that. We'll get some water set up on them in just a moment. 1, 2, and 3. And we'll flow those into there and there. And we should have that. Let's see. Taking a look at power, we're way down on power, but luckily we have our RTG generators ready to roll for our next round. So we can just throw a bunch of those in there. Where's my crew? There we go. We'll throw a whole bunch of stuff in there. And oh look, our power problems are mostly solved. It's not going to be super consistent yet until this belt fills up. But one thing I like about RTT generators is they seem to not use like crazy power. They use a little bit of power, but not crazy power to get their job done. Alright, I don't even remember what was there. But we don't have to worry about it. And then we have all the powers. Alright, so let's jump back down here. Because we are producing phase fabric. We just need to get it to its home. And that's going to be our next adventure here. Trying to figure out the best ways to get this particular phase fabric all the way back home. So we have that. I think I'm just going to throw it onto there and it should be okay. Because there's not a ton of it. Like phase fabric, if you take a look, after that initial surge, it takes a long time to get enough to do anything with. And we probably are going to want to consider some more sand for that, although sand seems to be very far away. Although this is nice. We've maxed that production facility out pretty nicely. So if I put in 1, 2, 3 of those, we'll give them power because we're just nice people. And we also give them water because, again, we're nice people. We should be able to go through and do some basic stuff with this. Now, I feel horrible as I'm doing this because I'm building stuff right over phase, excuse me, thorium, which was like absolute gold to me not too long ago. And I don't want to like poo-poo it. I'm just acknowledging that the game has changed here and some of the stuff that used to be super valuable isn't quite as valuable as it used to be to me now. Well, let me adjust that. The things that on this map used to be valuable on other maps, this map makes some of that not as valuable because it scatters a lot of things that used to be super rare for me, throws them around like it doesn't mean anything. So it does mean something, but it's just not the same as it used to be. So that's kind of where we're at here. I'm not going to go through and build stuff through this whole area. You can see that we still have lots of team members here. Maybe I should bring them back and put them their repair point just so that they have a chance to get repaired. And then we have another chance for our team here. You guys can go with the rest of them. But you can see that, yeah, we've cleared this area out. Oh, we even have more of these? How about you guys just go mine for right now? Yeah, of course, it means mine, the exact closest thing to where you're at. But, again, I'm feeling a little better here in where we're at and what we're doing. And I'm just feeling slightly more confident. We have lots and lots and lots of units here. If we take a look at all these units, you guys are just going to assist me. So that means everywhere I go, you go. It looks like they're different. Why are they different? Oh, because those ones are carrying ore back. So we're just going to have all of them mined for right now. We don't need it to happen, but we're going to do it anyway just because. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about where we're going in the game. I'm terrified, and I mean terrified, of the eradication bases. So that does not sound like a good time for anybody. But I'm happy that we captured this one. I'm happy that we have some solid production set up for the next rounds of the game. We definitely need to work on plastium and surge alloy and getting those in here. But I think the only other thing that I really want to do right now is get a launch pad set up. So let me take a second to do that. I'm going to get rid of both of these for right now. Put the launch pad. Can I fit 2 of them? I can. Okay, so I need to get rid of that though if I'm going to do that. But I can get 2 launch pads in there. And from one of you kind folks, you basically told me that, hey, the two things that you want to do, they kind of both require that, or launch pads in general require two. You can kind of unload them with two things, but after that, they're kind of useless. So that's kind of the assumption I'm going with right now. And then we'll feed all of that stuff up through there without any problems. We'll have an unloader there, which will come through here. And then we can go in here and have that split off. Have that one route. And then we'll go over here and go to our unloader, which I still always forget the image of. And it's going to be silicon. And that should be able to fill those up. They're going to be going to impact 0078, as I can see there on the bottom right hand side, which is new to me to acknowledge that, but these guys should be able to go. And from what we said, we have to just wait for them to show their launch. There they go. They're both off, and we should be good at that point. So we're adding on more stuff here. We're getting more complicated slowly but surely. And if we take a look at our planet map, we have two areas we need to be concerned with here. We have Desolate Rift, which sounds terrifying, Nuclear Production Complex, which sounds terrifying, and Naval Fortress, which I've been told is just a hot mess. So I'm deciding if I want to go between here and here next, or if I want to go through one of the named sectors. If you could let me know what you think I should do, that would be great. I may or may not listen, but I appreciate your input regardless. But folks, that's going to wrap us up here for today. We are at a point where we are doing lots of new things, and I am excited about them and also equally terrified by them. I hope you have a great rest of your time, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.